The Royals are so bad, dude.
Yeah, they really,
They're not fun.
they
It
really
is not enjoyable to watch them play baseball. But hey, they did take one from the Jays. Ben and I will break down the last series. We'll bring back an old decrepit game, and we will preview the Detroit Tigers weekend series. It's all on Locked On Blue Jays, and it happens to be right now.
You are Locked On Blue Jays, your daily Toronto Blue Jays podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Matt Bonaparte and Ben Shulman with you on this wonderful Thursday. It is Locked On Blue Jays. Thank you for making Locked On Blue Jays your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast. Quick note, a personal note for me. I've got this Austin Matthews Toronto Maple Leafs jersey behind me that is my only piece of Toronto memorabilia. I'm going to buy a Blue Jays jersey quite soon. Throw some suggestions at me on some throwbacks that I could get on Twitter. Let me know what you guys want to see me get.
So this is like super impromptu, but can we do a segment coming up where I like pitch different guys to you?
Sure. That's how the Shulman brain works right there.
Yeah,
He's content brain, dude. He's
I
just
just
content
want,
brain.
I'd love to dig through old guys and like convince you why they're cool and just like I could do
I'm
an
in.
episode on that, let alone a segment.
Ben's going to throw me suggestions. Please continue to do that on Twitter as well, because I want to see what you guys think. Because I've got a lot of Syracuse. If you don't know, I also host Locked On Syracuse. I don't just love Syracuse so much that I have to put them in my room. So I want to get some more Blue Jays stuff in here. So try to give me some suggestions on that, or what else I could throw in. Maybe a hat, something. I've got this little pennant too. Yeah, nobody knows, but that's a little Blue Jays pennant. That's a Toronto Blue Jays pennant right there.
Is it 92 or 93?
No, it's just a Blue Jays pennant.
It's just a pennant. Okay.
Yeah, I have one of all 30 teams. I was like, it finally came in handy.
Nice.
All right. Well, the Jays took 2 out of 3 in Kansas City. They probably had some good barbecue while they were there. An 8-0 victory, then a 7-0 victory, and then a really just disheartening loss after. Or we're recording this after that game, where Raimel Tapia hit a home run, but also played the worst right field I maybe have ever seen. What a side note. Ben and I will give our storylines and we will give our MVPs. I'm going to start with my MVP, which is the meat man himself, Alejandro Kirk. How about a 4-for-5 day from Alejandro in game 2? He had a hit in game 1 and he sat game 3. But the dude, and Scott Braun said this on the YouTube broadcast today, the dude has to start the All-Star game. I mean, like, honestly, I really think that the only other option, and don't yell at me that I'm a Yankees fan, is Jose Trevino. And I think Kirk is better. Kirk is better. So Kirk has to start the All-Star game, and you really can't tell me otherwise. So, I mean, the man is continuing his campaign. I appreciate him, and so does the Blue Jays fandom. Alejandro Kirk is my most valuable player of the series because it was a boring series.
It was. And we'll get into that a little bit with my storyline. But I'll give you my MVP first. One guy who's very not boring and really hasn't been since May started, and I'm happy because his overall numbers are going to get good soon, so then national media will understand that he's still really good. LOBJ had another really good series. Just hit 455.
Played good defense, too.
Played good defense. 5 hits. This is where he debuted, for everyone who didn't hear that already on the broadcast and stuff. He debuted in Kansas City to start his career. He hit a tank in this series. He's honestly, after being just putrid offensively for a month, he's like arguably been the most consistent player. Now Kirk is like the hottest player, but like Bo for a month has just been picking up his hits left, right, and center. So Bo's my MVP. I don't have a ton more to say than that, but 1298 OPS. Special shout out to Zach Collins, obviously getting called up and hitting a homer. Because why not?
Yonder loved talking about Zach Collins. Oh my gosh. He was all over that.
By the way, for everyone like yelling at us for not watching Sportsnet, we both live out of market, and MLB.TV decided to automatically redirect to YouTube without giving.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about that.
So that's why we're mentioning Yonder and not the Bald Man and Pat Tabler. But we'll move on. What's the storyline?
My story, the bald man gets me every time. My storyline is that What did I say it was going to be? This is such a boring series. I
You want
honestly
me to
forgot.
go?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I do remember what your storyline is. I don't know if
No, I'm going to remember it. You go first, though.
My storyline, which kind of relates to Bones' storyline in a way. In a way, even though I do like it because like the Jays,
I remembered mine.
yeah. I don't really like playing teams that are this bad. Like it's good, and I do like it because it gets the Jays wins. Like it was guaranteed they were going to win this series. But when they were winning 8-0 and 7-0, I didn't care. Like I wasn't impressed. And then when they were losing, I was just so angry. I was like, Kikuchi, why are you not throwing strikes? Who is going to burn you? Like who is going to burn you in this lineup? So it's just, I don't know. It's like it's good, and I'm glad I'm the one who's been complaining about strength of schedule, if anything. So I'm glad they're playing bad teams. But for like pure aesthetics, like we watch Major League Baseball to watch competitive, really good baseball teams play each other. And then again, the Royals won a game. So like, what am I to say they're not competitive? But it didn't feel good when they were winning. And it was like way more frustrating when they were losing. And so it was like a surprisingly not as enjoyable as I thought series. Plus they play in a huge ballpark, and it's like, it's just not that fun.
I like Kaufman, though. I think it's kind of nice.
It's a beautiful ballpark, and I'd love it if I was pitching.
My storyline that attempted to elude me but failed is that, yeah, the 2 losses were nice, but the 2 wins were nice. Sorry, yeah, I always do this. The 2 wins were nice. The shutout wins are cool. But that one loss, all it told me was that this team needs one more piece. And I threw out a poll today on Twitter that the YouTube team broadcast threw out as well, which was, what do the Jays need to add the most? Is it a quality starter, a swing and miss reliever, or a power lefty bat? I honestly think it's a reliever. I just think they need one more guy. I think they need one more guy. The majority of the people on the broadcast said starter, and there were some people in our comments saying starter. They don't need a starter. They objectively
I think it's a
They have
knee-jerk reaction to Kikuchi pitching poorly.
100 and Ryu's injury.
Yeah, but like Stripling's fine.
He's totally fine.
Barrios is not going to finish the year with a 5 ERA.
Exactly. That's the other thing, is people think Barrios isn't going to get better. Barrios will get better. I guarantee it.
Is this going to be the best year of his career? Probably not. But like, you signed a guy for 7 years. You're not
regress
to replace
to the
him.
mean.
Like, you have to do it.
So I think they need a reliever because, like, you have David Phelps has been a dog and everything, and I think he should get an all-star look. But you've got Simber and Romano, who are your 2 big dogs in the pen, and the guys that you probably have the most trust in, right? You need one more guy who's that caliber, who you can go to and be like, all right, that guy's one of the better relievers in baseball, and we can trust him in this game. Because if you have Simber and Romano out there every single time it's a big spot, it's going to get repetitive. And what do most World Series winning teams have in common? They all have great bullpens. Pitching wins championships, and if you can throw a guy into a huge leverage spot and be confident, it's a game changer.
David Robertson.
King.
Please.
Is he still pitching?
He's incredible for the Cubs this year. He's been
Is he really? Didn't he come back like midway last year for the Rays?
I believe he was in like this could be way off. I thought I heard he was in Japan or something.
Yeah, it was something. I'm going to do some research while you speak.
But yeah, in my opinion, and I could see people disagreeing with this, I have starter third out of those options. I would rather get a lefty.
I'd rather get a bat too. Yeah.
Also, go look at the starter market. It's not good. Like, it's not good, and you have to pay so much for starters. And I don't think the Blue Jays last time got good off mortgaging their entire farm system and going for it, and they missed. And they were really good, and I think they would do it over again. But I don't know if they do it over with this team. They have a young team. They're trying to build. I'm not going to go as far as saying like a dynasty in terms of winning championships all the time, but they want to be like dynastic in terms of being good for many, many years. The 2015 and 16 Blue Jays burned bright and flamed out right after it. They're not going to trade Gabriel Moreno for a starting pitcher. I just don't think that's going to happen. They already did that trade last year for Barrios. So I really think I wasn't even necessarily thinking power lefty bat. I think contact lefty bat isn't the worst thing in the world either because
They have tried that, to be fair.
yeah, and I know Reimel hit a homer today, but
He did, but he played a dreadful right field.
Right field. I feel like you have to be getting closer to coming to my cabin side. Like he had 2 more hits today.
I am getting closer to Kevin. I'm warming up on Kevin.
Yes, since coming back from injury, or not from injury, totally from recall from AAA. He's starting to.
I'm coming around on
him.
Well, his on-base percentage is what's getting me because he was just striking out and flying out, and now he's actually starting to take pitches and get on base. So, but to answer your query about David Robertson to fill in that hole, he just I think he retired unofficially after 2019. Didn't play until 2021 when the Rays were like, "Hey man, you want to pitch?" And then he played 6 games in AAA in Durham, and then came up. He played 2 games in independent league ball. And then came up to the Rays.
What are his stats with the Cubs this year for the people?
Cubs, he's a dog. He's got a 1.66 ERA in 21 2/3 innings, a below 1 WHIP at .923, and he has 30 Ks in those 21 2/3. Listen, you're not going to find a bigger David Robertson guy than me, so I am on the train. I love that guy.
I would sell a good amount to get David Robertson in return.
And you probably wouldn't have to pay that much for him because he's a good reliever on a bad team.
Yeah,
and he's 36. Or he's 37.
They need to sell, but there are a lot of teams that want him. I think so. That's
true. You know what I want, Ben, is a Built Bar. Don't you love a chewy, chocolatey brownie? What about a caramel brownie with caramel swirled on top? So good. What if I told you that you can have all that chewy, chocolatey deliciousness plus 17 grams of the protein? You're in luck because caramel brownie bars are available at Built.com right now, and you got to act fast because they're a fan favorite. Forget about dessert. These are better than dessert. You can make these dessert. Plus, macros here are unreal, people. 130 calories, 17 grams of that aforementioned protein, and only 4 grams of sugar. I would replace a regular brownie with Built's caramel brownie bar in a heartbeat. Boom. The best part, caramel brownie bars are covered in 100% real chocolate, like for real. With Built, you don't have to sacrifice tasty for healthy. You're going to have both. And all of Built bars, or all of Built's bars, are made with collagen protein, which your body absorbs more efficiently and provides tons of health benefits. There are a million reasons that you should try Built bars, but for now, let's just say that caramel brownie will rock your world, and that's not an understatement. With Built, tasty is the new healthy. Go to Built.com to get your box of caramel brownie bars now. Go to Built.com, use promo code LOCKED15, and get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at Built.com.
We have an important favor to ask you. We've put together a survey so we can learn more about listeners like you and make your favorite Locked On podcasts even better. This is your opportunity to tell us what you like and don't like about Locked On Podcasts. Go to lockedonpodcast.com/survey right now to get started. It won't take very long, and everyone that completes a survey can qualify for a chance to win one of 10 $100 Ticketmaster gift cards. To take our audience survey, go to lockedonpodcast.com/survey. Thanks for your help.
I loved your weird advertising voice you just put on there.
Uncle Sam a little, like we want you for that whole thing. All right, let's move on. It's time for the baseball reference name game, which we haven't done in a while. And unfortunately, I didn't write the results down for the last time we did it. So
I think it's just I think I'm honestly up 2.
Are you up 2? Because I knew
I'm either up 1 or 2.
So you were definitely up 1 before last time, but I remember I got you with Scott Feldman Rhombus, and so I don't. His real nickname was.
I believe I said freaking Rhombus.
Yeah, you said Rhombus was his nickname, which is incredible. I don't really care about the standings anymore. Do you care about the standings anymore?
No, not at all. 0% of me.
So let's just roll.
I only care about he was a J standings.
Yeah, which is tracked meticulously with which I'm gonna maybe get some analytics on going a little bit, but first I got to write season 3, which is in progress. But for now, baseball reference name game. If you haven't seen it in a while, because we haven't done it in a while, essentially baseball reference has some ridiculous names, nicknames, and some nicknames that just don't get used on a daily basis. We're not really sure where they get pulled from. So what we do is try and trick each other with 2 lies and 1 truth. We make 2 fake nicknames and 1 real nickname, and it's the job of the other guy to decide which is the real nickname. Like, for example, last time I said Scott Feldman, Fuego, grilled cheese, or rhombus. Bones said rhombus, so he was wrong. His nickname was Fuego.
I had brain fog that day.
To be
Rhombus?
fair, Fuego for Scott Feldman?
Guy throws like 93.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to read off the nicknames first, or shall I?
Go ahead, man.
Okay. We start with Kendrys Morales, who I unfortunately am burning instead of using as he was a Blue Jay candidate, which is tough. But here are the 3 for Kendrys Morales: Momo, Midnight Express,
No shot.
Spatula.
Spatula? What is he,
Momo,
SpongeBob?
Midnight Express, Spatula.
Momo. Book it.
Momo is correct.
Yeah, no shot. He was Spatula.
Momo is
Midnight Express. What does that even mean?
Usually the more outrageous draws you, so I don't know. You said
Hey,
rhombus.
I'm locking in today.
I
No
will
more
say,
rhombus bones.
Bones reads me better than I read him, and it's crazy that I've stayed within a game of you just on like pure luck, because you're just like suss at everything, and I just randomly guess.
Okay.
All right, you go.
My first one is John Wasden. If you're asking who in the heck is John Wasden, it's an accurate, or it's a fair, justifiable question. This is a guy who played Major League Baseball for 12 years, from 1995 to 2007, was a reliever for the Jays for about 23 games in the mid-2000s.
If you're not asking who's John Wasden, then hey, John Wasden, thanks so much for tuning in.
Good bit from you. Was John Wasden's nickname Washboard Wasden, Wayback, or Southside Johnny?
Washboard Wasden, Wayback, or Southside Johnny? Washboard Wasden sounds way too much like a creation of your brain.
Guy had washboard abs.
No way. Yeah, you can't even get through it. Is that I'm so okay missing it. I'm shot in the dark. I'm gonna say Wayback Wasden.
Wayback is correct.
Let's go. Washboard Wasden. Way too much.
Imagine he was like shredded and they called him Washboard Wasden.
When did he pitch again? Like 2005?
He pitched for the Jays in 2007. Hold on, I'm
The way
looking it up.
John Gibbons being like, yeah, Washboard Wasden. It's really like
2003. Pitched for the
2003.
Jays in 2003.
All right, so we're tied at 1. Washboard Wasden. Okay, let's move on to Reese McGuire. And the crowd falls silent. The first one is Peanut Butter Cup.
No shot.
Pieces, and the third one is the dog.
Pieces.
Oh, I hate you.
Dude, Reese's Pieces, man.
Yeah.
They weren't calling him Peanut Butter Cup. No shot. And the dog? What is that?
The dog
You got lazy on the dog.
I know, it's late. We're not recording this right after the game, to be fair. All right. I got to keep shooting because I'm not doing well on defense.
I don't know if you've picked this up, Ben, but every time we do this, I pick a guy who has a animal nickname, and I just pick 2 other animals.
Okay. Well, that's not good.
So today, I've got Aaron Loop. Is his nickname Fox, Wolf, or Hamster?
Oh, I think I know this one. I think it's Wolf.
It's Wolf.
Yeah, sorry. I think I know that one.
I kind of think we did that one before, but maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Or other guys are just named
all the
Wolf.
ones I did. Let's see. Yeah, totally did it before. I did it.
Brutal. All right, I'm gonna audible then. I'm audibling.
You're audible?
Yeah, I'm audibling. I'm audibling to Rajay Davis.
Okay.
Hold on.
Are you making
Go
that
ahead.
still on the spot?
Yeah, I am.
So you're gonna have to give me 2 in a row then, I guess, right?
Hold on.
And let's give me your phone. Yeah, we'll hold the phone. I will, for the people at home, I'll let you know that Bones, after doing that, I picked a guy with an animal nickname and just gave you 3 animals. I did the same thing to you. I did Aaron I did bear, tiger, wolf, and I don't know what you said, but you missed. That's what I wrote down. You missed. So
Oh, you know what stinks about this is I had my Jan Gomes ones for the next round. I just totally deleted accidentally, and I can't get them back.
oh, Bones. Do you
Go
remember?
ahead. Just
do
I'm
Jan
trying to remember them. I had one really good one that I don't remember, and I'm actually
can't
really upset
undo?
about it.
What?
No, I undoed to get back to Rajay Davis because I'd written them all down, and I can't redo.
Oh no.
We're in a tough spot. Hey, we're in a tough spot.
Give me Rajay and then see if you can brainstorm.
Okay. Rajay Davis. Here's Rajay Davis. This is a crazy pod. Is Rajay Davis Davy, Raj, or Nutmeg Man?
He's not Nutmeg.
That's what you'd like to think. That's what they want you to think.
No chance he's Nutmeg Man. I mean, either of the first two would absolutely make sense as nicknames for like the first time in Baseball Reference's history. Raj.
Raj is correct.
Okay, are you good? Can I read my?
Imagine it was Nutmeg Man though.
There's no
Would've been
shot.
bonkers.
We're the issue with this game. We are going to bring in the third party hint maker. I think we're two on each other's.
Yeah, we really are.
trail.
We're gonna have to throw
I'm
in
not
a
as good
highlight.
as you with it, but we're two on each other's trail.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
I just made two crazy ones up for the next one.
Okay. Well, this is my favorite one of the three I have. All right, it's Ken Giles, former Blue Jays closer.
He punched himself in the face once.
He did. I think he's done that more than once.
I'll never forget that.
All right, here's his three nicknames: 100 Miles Giles, Funky Styles Giles, Disco.
100 Miles Giles.
Correct. Yeah.
I knew that one.
Yeah, that's too public of one. I thought maybe Funky Styles Giles would get you though.
Okay.
So you for three.
Okay. I'm gonna alter real quick. Hold on.
I'm starting to remember why we scrapped this game.
Okay.
Instantly got all the answers.
Mine is Jan Gomes, who started his career with the Blue Jays, played 43 games in his first season. Is Jan Gomes' nickname Kenobi? Is it the Yanimal? Perhaps pronounced the Yanimal, if you'd like it that way. Or is it the Floridian Flamenco?
Third one's created by you for sure. If he's the Floridian Flamenco again, it's like I'm okay to lose on Nutmeg Man. What was the first one?
Kenobi, as in Obi-Wan.
I'm going
perhaps.
Kenobi.
It's the Yanimal.
Ah.
Now here's some inside baseball on it. He has two nicknames on Baseball Reference. One of them is the Yanimal, and the other one is Obi-Yan. So I had Obi-Yan written down originally, and then I had to redo my things, and I was like, all right, I'll just use Kenobi. Smart for me.
You win. The listener loses. We don't have any ads, so let's roll on. Well, if you're listening on audio, you're about to hear an ad like right now. All right.
That was a good bit from you. All right, let's do this, man. It is time for our hype trains and our Thursday scaries. The Jays are in Detroit this weekend. I will be there tweeting live from each game, so look out for that on Twitter. That'll be exciting for me, you, and everybody else. Yeah, this is a team in Detroit that is bad. They're 22-33. They're not doing very much. They have a bunch of young supposed talent that is not performing, namely Spencer Torkelson. He's 22. He's only hitting 194. They also have veteran talent that stinks. Jonathan Scope and Javier Baez both are bad. Both have under 600 OPSs. They're just a load of garbage. And this is a team that the Jays should go out there and smack. All right. The only good player that they have is 25-year-old Tarek Skubal. He's fun. Alex Fado's not bad, but everybody else is not good. Yeah, Miguel Cabrera is kind of hitting the ball, but like other than him, what is it, like Jaimer Candelario? Is he doing anything? Nope, he's hurt.
Your scary? Is that
We're
where
gonna get there, Shulman. All right,
Okay.
let's put the brakes on that. Yeah, I mean this is a bad team. I believe we predicted a 2 out of 3 here in our June prediction that ended up being the exact same as our May prediction.
We did. We did.
So I think that they get the first 2. What?
13 out of 20 starts today.
Yeah. I think that they get the first 2 in the series, and then they lose on Sunday to my Thursday scary, Tarek Skubal, who pitches the last game of this series. The dude is a dog. And he's been one of those guys who, like, I don't know if you have a Blue Jays comparison for this, but he's just one of those dudes who was like the top prospect in the system for like so long. I feel like that's what Brett Laurie was. He was like the number 1 prospect in baseball for like a million years. And Skubal was kind of that for pitching, I felt.
Yeah, Laurie didn't really like.
He didn't pan out.
Well, yeah, he was a
He
good.
threw that helmet that one time and got ejected,
Well,
though.
now you're doing him dirty. He was all right.
That's all I can remember from him.
Yeah, well, he was traded for Josh Donaldson. That was cool.
That's true. But Skubal's good. He's a left-hander. He's 25 years old. He had a couple of rough seasons. The first in 2020 where he didn't get that much action, just 8 games, 7 starts, and a 5.6 ERA. And then last year, 31 appearances, 29 of which were starts, a 4.3 ERA. So he brought it down a little bit. And then this year, he's kind of dealing 65 2/3 and 11 starts, 2.33 ERA, and in that time, 70 Ks and an under 1 WHIP. So the guy is dealing from the left side. A good southpaw that the Tigers finally have panning out. So good for Tarek.
I like the pick. I don't like that you're betting against strips.
I'm not betting against strips. I'm betting against the Jays offense at 1:00 in Michigan.
Fair. All right, my scary. Again, I'm not gonna pick Miggy just because, like, you already know.
I know that guy. I'm aware of him.
I'm gonna pick one of the young guys who is like starting to heat up. Many of you are probably familiar with Mike Cameron, a good baseball player, longtime Seattle Mariner. His son Daz Cameron is with the Tigers, and in the last week, he's been the best hitter for Detroit. Which, again, not saying a lot, but 6 for 18, 4 of those extra base hits, 2 doubles, triple, and a homer, 5 ribbies, 1 OPS over that span. No one else has even got anywhere close except Austin Meadows, and that's in 2 games. So, I mean, literally no one's hitting for this team except like Miggy and now apparently Daz Cameron. So if you're going to get like surprised by a guy, odds are it's going to be him. So that's my scare.
Do you remember who your hype train was going into the Royals series?
Yes, and it did not work out well.
Mine didn't either. Mine was Vlad, and he went 1
Mine was
for.
Vlad.
Oh, yours was Vlad?
Mine was Vlad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll say yours was Vlad.
Yours was Kirk, I'm pretty sure. I think you're chilling.
Oh, okay, cool. No, don't take it back now.
I don't know. I don't remember. We'll say
I think mine was Vlad.
Okay.
But whatever.
Mine
was bad. What'd you say?
Maybe mine was Kirk.
Oh, perhaps.
We'll never know. It's like Schrodinger's cat. One of us was Vlad and one of us was Kirk. And if we don't go listen back to the episode, then one of us.
Then we're both right.
The other one had 1 hit. It was a homer, but the other one had 1 hit.
Yeah. All right. For my. Oh no, I think mine was George. I'm pretty sure mine was George. Anyway, for this series, I am going to go with. Teoscar was mine, actually. I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place. Teoscar was mine last week. I'm going to go with Santi. I haven't gone with Santi in a really long time. The last time I went with him was right after his big long hit streak had ended. I did. I started that slump. It was right after he broke his hit streak, and they went to Anaheim, and he stunk it up. But he's finally starting to hit again because, I mean, the guy's a dog. Before tonight's game, he had 3 hits, then 2 hits, 2 hits, and 2 hits. So he's been hitting the ball again. His average is back up to 293. I'm going to say he surpasses 300 this weekend. I say Santiago goes on a little hitting spree, gets at least 7 points on that average.
Okay, I like it. I'm going to go on the other side of the ball. Obvious pick alert.
Gosman.
Yeah. He's had 2 bad starts by his measure in a row. And the Detroit Tigers. I was talking to Bones about this earlier. I don't think this was on the pod. The Yankees were playing the Tigers, and it got to game 3. and Daz Cameron hit a double. And it was the second time in the series, game 3, second time in the series that the Tigers were batting with a runner in scoring position. What?
It's a good pitching team in New York. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like walking a ground ball. Second, like one error and you're on second. So
it's accurate.
Yeah, I think Gausman will throw like 7 shutty. That's what I'm hoping for.
All right. Well, I'll see you in Detroit then. Thank you for watching, or thank you for making Locked On Blue Jays your first listen or watch today. Now make your second the Locked On MLB podcast. Go give our MLB expert Paul Francis Sullivan your love. He brings humor, passion, and unique perspective on every team and the biggest stories around the league. Follow the #1 daily league-wide podcast, Locked On MLB, on the Odyssey app, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Ben, what's your final word for today?
Chrysanthemum.
I like that from you. We will see you tomorrow.